have no real agenda or moderator or plan. But we're really happy you're all here. It's delightful. So clearly the Potters don't care about you the way we do. Feeling neglected. So they might actually have something to take care of. But, well, that's the thing, right? That's what I'm trying to say. They have more important things to do. But it might actually be legit, so I'm going to suggest. Anyway, we thought we might just open it up for some questions to start, and then kind of see where it goes from there. If that sounds good to everybody. This seems to have been a good place to start.
Yeah, where you been? These guys have been going pretty strong.
Where have we been?
You. Oh, sure, and for yeah, what have y'all been up to?
Yes, so what happened is we tried to retire. And we wanted to get together and play some other kind of music or see what we were going to do next. And
I kept coming up with ideas.
yeah.
Like I was trying to write a not Harry Potter song and then be like, oh, I have an idea for a Harry Potter song. And then all of a sudden I was like, it's like almost 12 of these. Just the record.
There's and then that led to that. So here we are.
Awesome.
Oh, Sally Slytherin.
So, like, all these, like, dancing back in, out of back.
Yes.
Or how about Remus Lilliput?
Oh, that's a very
Does
good
this
question.
room want to know a secret about tonight's show?
Secret?
I've had to ask.
Oh!
Yeah, the Remus Lilliput is my side project that I kind of was thinking about a video I always wore one album that I made out of it. I disguised my voice a bunch of times. But yeah, let's leave this room. It's me.
Red jacket. Hi.
Thanks for joining us there, Harry.
So my question is for all of you. What's your favorite rock song to play?
I really like it when we cover Save Virginia.
I play drums for these. Those are sometimes. But I really like the angry song. Big Secrets for me. It's really fun to play. Like it's the Dave Grohl and just beat the crap out of it. My favorite play at LeakyCon is Dumbledore. That's my favorite play. Let's see. I don't know. Is anyone here for that?
You have Leaky on that.
I'm going to say this is my favorite song because I have an agenda. I like playing my Spade song. Brad, I don't know how to say it.
Nobody knows.
He's moderating an anti-Spade propaganda panel at LeakyCon this year. I expect you all to go.
Hey, Wally, what's your favorite song to play? Oh, yes, it's on the premises. Snitch Witches was forcibly removed from the premises.
Umbridge found him.
My favorite one, both acoustic and full band formats, would be House of Awesome theme song. acoustic because it's really fun to play a song that sounds like fairly chill in a library and then just start screaming. Have librarians look at me with horror. And then band because usually Brian's playing lead guitar and he totally shreds it.
For me, it's probably home. It's at Leaky. Well, also it's real for us, and at Leaky London decided to play them back to back. And after Real for Us, the audience was clapping for like a good 5 minutes, and I didn't want to tell everybody to stop clapping. I sat there like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is amazing. They love me, they love me. And then I think they thought the set was over, and I started playing Home, and everyone was just like, wait. And then the clapping went on for another 5 minutes. And I didn't know what to do, so I just left. I love performing, those two songs mean a lot to me because they're about this community and what this community has done for me. And being able to sing it to people who understand that and who feel it is one of those feelings that I never could have predicted how it would feel, and it never gets old being able to play it, especially at LeakyCon.
That wasn't 5 minutes. Keep going.
So I had to think about it because I think at Leaky in particular, I like to play We Are Magic because I can get a giant crowd of people to scream the word metamorphmagus, which is a huge win for me. But then in general, just Charlie Weasley is always.
Ooh, I have another answer. I didn't answer a great song. I have a new one called Bullshit. Yeah, I played a few times, and it ends with the whole crowd screaming bullshit back. It's really fun to have.
It's really hard for us to hear you guys back here.
Oh, sorry.
We'll be louder.
I'll try to.
Everybody come on up here, right up here.
Can you explain what happened with this?
Oh, I don't want to turn this into a Snitchwish press conference. There's a lot of things still in development.
We can't comment. Would it be okay if we made them with Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
It's not related to the contents of the Snitchwick. There are food items for sale inside of the convention center. But we're looking into where the...
I know there's free ones in the trash in the vendor. These are out-of-state donations accepted.
We're looking into where the borders of the convention center end. So if you suss that out, please let us know.
Anybody here a surveyor? Yes.
Have you considered a black market for them?
Snitchwiches are already on the black market. I mean a blacker market.
Your alley.
So more black market.
I'll send them over to your
In the back.
I have looked for more rock from different things, different times, other groups that aren't in here, and some of the old stuff that is hard to find online, get tracks. One that I've really searched for, I couldn't find a lot of the old stuff, but I've looked for, if you guys remember MC Preacher? Yeah! I can't find this stuff
MySpace.
anywhere. Is it backed up yet?
It's probably on MySpace.
Okay, so try that.
Yeah.
If you guys don't have a copy, I could
Actually, the MC Preacher EP was released as part of the Wizard Wrock EP of the Month Club in 2009. And there are still copies available at dftda.com.
Oh, yes?
Yeah, but you have to buy the whole set. It's like $60. No, 40 bucks.
Yeah.
It's slow down.
There's stuff from y'all that I don't know if everyone has also. And do all of you guys have music to sell here?
Yeah.
Yes.
They don't, but we do.
Gotcha.
Yes.
What's like the weirdest thing that's ever happened on tour or an event?
Oh, how about the story about the George and the motel?
Well, that was funny. In 2006, right?
Yeah.
We were, it was the Potters, us, and our friend George, who was the merch person, and we were driving like somewhere in Nevada or California, like in the middle of nowhere. Do you remember this? Okay. Alright. So, yeah. And so, actually, I don't know if I want to tell the story because it's nefarious. Oh, no. All right.
Come on.
All right. So the person in charge of the tour was a notorious penny pincher. And sometimes on occasion we would try to pack people in a hotel room and tell the desk that there were 2 people in the hotel room. So we would always like have one person go and check in and then go in the back, get everyone in the back. And this night it was like 2:30 in the morning. We had been driving forever. We couldn't find a hotel that was open. It was pouring rain. And so we just had George do that. And then we all went in the front, just like not thinking. We're just so tired.
Exhausted, drenched.
Yeah.
All of our gear, our backpacks. 5 of us walking through.
Yeah, and the proprietor said, "Hey, wait a minute! I thought you said there were 2 of you." And George looks at us. There's like 6 of us. And he goes, "Oh, them? They're not staying." And the guy goes, "Oh, okay." You guys played on a roof with a donut shop? Or was it like a bathroom with a donut shop?
Oh yeah, on our very first tour. We it was one of those tours where you don't have all the shows booked when you leave. You don't know what you're doing. And we would get to a city and just have like 3 days to spend in that city. So first time we hit Portland, Oregon, we had like 2 shows booked. One was in a basement, the other was in a bike store. And we were playing in the bike store, and people were telling us like, oh, there's a really cool donut shop nearby called Voodoo Donut. This was before anybody had heard of Voodoo Donut. This was 10 years ago. And they're like, and they let bands play in the donut store. They have a stage built on top of the bathroom. And like the donut store is about the size of a bathroom. It was really small, and they had like this like tiny little bathroom basically. And there was an
organ on top of it.
Yeah, it was built out for bands. There's an organ, a disco ball, and you can climb up on this ladder. And so after our bike store show, we're like, we're gonna play in like 3 hours at the donut store. So we managed to get like 10 or 15 people to come over to the donut store and see us play. Pretty good.
I think there's a whole panel that we're doing about tour stories.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So come to that panel if you want more of that.
No more spoilers. Next question.
That's all bad.
Yeah, this is a question for Adam Dub really specifically. How many marriage proposals have you received in the course of your Wizard Wrock career? I really want to know.
I've only proposed once to my wife right here. So. None. What? Okay. I always.
Damn shame.
Yeah. I always toured with people that were more attractive than I was to call them words.
I don't think it counts unless they're like down on one knee with a ring. So stay away from them too.
I don't know if you're gonna talk about it in the other one, but I work at the Orlando Library now, and you guys played there a couple times. It's really cool. But I have a question. Oh, okay. What's your favorite library to play at? No bias for Orlando.
Connor, go.
Pittsburgh Carnegie Library is really awesome.
Yeah.
They're super creative in setting up lots of various events and stuff like that, which is cool to see.
Yeah, I would say Pittsburgh is way out there. Akron, Ohio actually has an amazing library that we used to play at all the time, every summer.
They also would bring in like 200 people who had never heard of Wizard Wrock before, and we were like, where did you find all these people? That was amazing. Yeah. They promoted it, and they were really creative with the way they did it, and they just got a whole bunch of people who were curious and were totally respectful and excited. It's awesome.
There's also a library that we played one time in Tulsa. That was it's like a pirate ship themed library. It's amazing. So that was cool.
Woonsocket, Rhode Island.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, played with Woonsocket. Yeah, like one of the first tours, and it was nice because usually when we play around our area, not many people come, and then when we play in Ohio or something, a lot of people come. But that one, a lot of people came, and it was like a nice mix of like little kids just coming to the library for a Harry Potter show, and like our friends from high school going like, "What are you doing now?" And that one was a really fun show.
I also, Minneapolis Public Library and Seattle were dynamite to play at. They stick out.
Yeah, the two libraries we played the most at are Seattle and Boulder, Colorado.
Oh yeah, the Boulder one. That was something outside about.
We also got to play the New York Public
Oh,
Library
yeah.
with the one with the lions. So the one from Ghostbusters, that was legit.
We put that online.
Oh yeah, we got bootleg recording of that on vinyl that we sold out of. It's on Bandcamp.
Yes?
Is there a place that you haven't performed for that you really want to?
Go ahead.
Rolling's backyard. Oh yeah. Oh, and the other places we played 49 states, all but Hawaii. So Hawaii would be next. Yeah. LeakyCon Maui. LeakyCon Maui.
Make it happen. Let's go.
Should we talk about LeakyCon Maui right now? Joe owns the rights to LeakyCon Maui. You got Melissa to transfer rights to him. And what else would you want to talk more about?
There'll be snitch witches there.
That's most of the programming. It's actually going to be free on the beach. No schedule, just come. You know,
Flying everyone there.
No, you gotta pay your own way. Same for guests, but you do get to go to Maui.
I think it rains like once a day there too.
Yeah,
Bring an umbrella.
it's not
From here.
Who's in though? LeakyCon Maui? It'll be free too. I forgot to say that Hank Green owns all the monetary rights, so we don't want him to make any money. Thank you.
Another question in the back?
Speaking of Hank, especially for the Potters, who I know have an obsession with one of his more popular songs, will any of you, especially the Potters, be providing that for us since Hank decided that he wouldn't come this time?
Okay, I have an answer for that. I really wanted to go play it at the Nerd Fighter gathering and got there just like 5 minutes too late. Boo. My fault, sorry.
That's why you got borrowed
My other idea was to set up a karaoke machine in one corner with just that one song. And so, did anybody bring a karaoke machine? We could still make this happen. iPhones? I guess we could do that. I just wanted to put a sign that said like, Hank Green Memorial corner. So, if anybody has a karaoke machine they can bring on like Friday or Saturday, let me know at HATP.
You know, that karaoke machine you pack.
Some locals, right? Somebody in Orlando? Who's local? Can you borrow a karaoke machine? You might not get it back. I'm just gonna leave it.
And that's what that was about.
Yeah, that's why I wanted the karaoke. Should have put it in the LeakyCon budget. My bad.
Okay, we were at Hamilton Horror Expo the last time, which was very sad. But as some venues close, do you guys have more venues that are actually opening like that you can still keep going, or what's going to happen? That was very sad.
That's, it's funny you asked that because that has been the question since 2007. What's going to happen? And we all still are, and we're all still going to events, and there's always been more events popping up. There's one particular one in New Hampshire coming up this year called LeakyCon, which is, I really encourage you to look into. Everybody who's gone there has been raving about it since last year. We went to the same event a couple years before that, and it's really like, it's an immersive experience where they set up an entire wizarding village, and I'm going to spend some time in the dunk tank this year, heckling Hufflepuffs and stuff.
I can also tell you that having toured this past summer, we did a full Wizard Wrock tour, and probably 60% of where we played were either new libraries that we'd never contacted before, or bookstores, stuff like that. So absolutely, like libraries, bookstores, venues are still super interested in it. It's just finding out who those people are or reaching out to those people continually while you're booking. So, and I can say also that we did discuss at Howls and Horcrux is still doing some kind of event, possibly in Manhattan. Just that's it. There was just the mention of it's still open. So.
What's your favorite experience or just thing you've gotten out of becoming a Wizard Wrock?
I married this guy.
There's got to be something better than that. I would say, I mean, relationships, friendships, all that stuff for me is people. All y'all.
You're living it right now.
Yeah,
You're with us.
Trapped in the mirror of Harrison.
There's one over there. Road on.
Me?
Yes.
Yeah, so I just want to say first thing, I went to LeakyCon last year. Well, I got a day pass, and it was like so completely awesome, which was what convinced me that I wanted to come to LeakyCon and go to other Harry Potter conventions. Also, like I went to Thinking Ball, which was totally awesome. Another reason why I wanted to come here. But so like, that was just what I want to say, that there are still things that are awesome that you can go to. And then I actually did have another question for you, which was what Harry Potter book do you draw the most inspiration from?
For me, Deathly Hallows. As soon as I read the Princess Tale chapter, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna write a song about that. And then I didn't for a while because I wasn't sure if I'd be able to do it justice. But then I ended up just doing an entire album just about that chapter. I read it like 45 times while I was planning it out, and it really just pulled the whole series together for me because I was like, how's she gonna tie this all up? There are so many open ends, and I felt like that was the moment where I was like, she's gonna do this. She's actually gonna like bring it all together. She knew where I was going. It was amazing. And so that was kind of symbolic and also a good, I really resonated with that part of that one especially.
Yeah, a lot of my songs are really anecdotal, so I just like, what did Draco do? And like go through them and what haven't I written a song about? So the new one is there's a lot of Seven in it, just because I didn't really write much right after Seven came out. So oh, that's right, he got his wand stolen. Pretty simple.
I'm taking Meetup's group picture. If you want to do one, maybe. Thank you. So if you want to scoot up front and make it really narrow, we can take a big group picture. If you want it. If you have any ideas, do it. I'm open to suggestions. Open to suggestions. I cannot speak today. I'm giving up.
Jump up on that table.
Yeah, we'll stand here, and everybody stand on their chairs and make funny faces.
Back on your chairs.
Can you make it more narrow? If you're on the walls, I do not see you. Let's do it this way. If you want to squish it as much as you can.